an actress, okay, if you're in this business, आप पक्का drink करती हैं, you smoke, you have many men in your life, you have all kind of relationship with your producers. They only assume you get work because of this. I don't know what kind of of course, because they feel there's a casting couch, and you ladies especially do not get work without doing this. You know,
it's so sad.
It's really sad. Why do they have to, target those actresses? हर कोई फिर तो तरापे पे बेटा जो काम कर रहा है वो भी he's done something. Not fair, which is really bad. So I think they need to change this perception that if a lady is working, she's only doing one kind of, she only has one connection is this. They think ये इतनी successful है ना, ये बहुत arrogant होगी, ये बदतमीज होगी, ये होगी, ये वो होगी. And because, क्योंकि आप successful हो, आप ये सारी चीज़ें हो, आप मतलब वो सोच के चलते. जब मुझे लोग मिलने आते हैं, दे से दैट क्या कहते हैं, आपका कैरेक्टर देखा, आप स्माइल कर रहे हो, आप देखते, हमने नहीं सोचा था कि यू विल बी दिस स्वीट. Okay, you can actually smile. You will actually look at me in my eyes and say hello, how are you? I say why did you think that way? कहते आप अपने मुंह से ना बड़ी प्राउडी टाइप की लगते हो, आप बड़े वो लगते हो कि आप बड़े ऐसे होगे.
Shweta, I want to ask you. Let's getting to the point. I want to ask you. You got married really young.
Yeah.
Were your family and your friends, closest friends, approving of that decision in your life at that point?
My family, no, they didn't. My mother kept saying that you're too young for this, and at that point, I'll tell you, with young kids, when they start working very young in their life, they feel they're very intelligent. Now they're earning, they're old enough to take their own decisions. They don't care what parents, उनको लगता है ये तो old fashion है ना, इनको नहीं पता. And even because, of course, उन्होंने अपनी ज़िंदगी जी है, so they definitely know more about life than you do. मेरी माँ ने तभी कहा था कि जो बंदा कमाने से पहले wants to get married will never earn there in his entire life. So don't do that. Let him settle down. I'm not saying don't get married to him. You get married to him, but
give it time.
उसको थोड़ा सा काम करने दो, थोड़ा सा life में कुछ करने दो. Let him earn money. Let him be capable. Let him make himself capable so that he can take care of you. But I was like, why? I'm there to earn. I will keep earning. But that time you don't understand. When you're 19 years old, you don't know that you can't keep working all your life to you need a partner. आप बच्चा गोद नहीं ले रहे हो. पार्टनर का मतलब होता है हर चीज हाफ, खुशियाँ, गम, घर के बिल, मोबाइल बिल,
सब कुछ
हाफ. बट देयर व्हेन यू आर 19 years old, you why do I say 19 years old? बड़े होके भी तो मैंने सेम anyway, so basically girls who are full sorry, जो मेरी तरफ बेवकूफ होती हैं, उनको लगता है हम कमा लेते हैं. We don't. Because basically what happens with girls, especially when they become independent, they have everything that they want. They earn enough to take care of themselves and people around them and family and everybody. What they look for is the emotional support. What I was looking in my partners was emotional support, because I had never needed anything from them. It was only emotional.
You were very independent anyway.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
So, and when you emotionally get dependent on someone, they start taking you for granted.
There's an entitlement also, na?
Yeah, they feel कि इसका तो मेरे बिना कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, ये तो कुछ कर ही नहीं सकती. At times with Indian girls especially, I don't know about, I'm sorry if I'm saying Indian, but I think mostly with Indian girls, वो अपने partners को जो उनके level पे नहीं आ पाए हों, मतलब काम में, they're working, they're struggling to reach to a certain level, and you've reached higher. You want them to feel secure, so you give them a lot of power and too much of access to your happiness. कि अच्छा आप कर लो ये, आप बताओ मैं ये करूँ, अच्छा मैं शॉपिंग करूँ, मैं कौन सा कपड़ा पहनूँ, डू यू लाइक दिस ड्रेस ऑन मी, डू यू लाइक, आप बताओ कहाँ रेस्टोरेंट पे जाएं. We don't really need to do that. We will wear this is what I used to do. Every time I used to tell them that, अच्छा जो ये बताओ ये कलर अच्छा लग रहा है मुझ पे, I would only buy those clothes which because I used to feel मुझे देखेगा तो ये. Now when I look back, I see signs. I see there were, like, God was giving me signs. This is not right. This is going wrong. This is bad. But you've
overlooked all of it.
Yeah, all of us we do. और बाद में जब होता है, जब कांड होता है, then you say ये तब भी हुआ था, and you didn't see it. ये तब भी हुआ था. She ignored it. Don't ignore. I think now I don't ignore signs. Anything, अगर ये गलत हुआ, आगे भी गलत होगा.
But you know, when in your first marriage, it was not just this. There is, of course, a problem of the male ego. But along with that, when it leads to domestic violence, when it leads to you getting beaten, how much can you tolerate? And from what I know and I've read, that you've got scars from that marriage, which will be lifelong. Even if that marriage has ended years ago. How did you deal with it at that point? And given that your mom was not approving of your relationship, of your marriage at that point, was it even more difficult?
I'll tell you something about my family first before I answer this question. My family, how do I explain this? Now, unlike other people, I told you so, they don't do that. वो पहले कहते मत कूद खाई है. एक बार कूद गया ना तो बाद में नहीं बोलते, बोला था मत कूद. जैसे
नहीं, वो लोग नहीं बोलते, पर खुद में होता है ना.
यही था जो खुद में होता है ना, वो खुद वाला ही है जिसने मुझे यहाँ तक रगड़ा. And also I'll tell you, my mother's, yes, she said that don't get married to him, but once I got married to him, she was always there right next to me, taking care of me supportive, and my kids, and like a support, like a strong, beam jo hila nahi. Always my brother, my mother, my father, everybody was there for me, especially my mother, always my mother. But yeah, I was the first one in my entire khandan to do love marriage. That to intercaste, that to भाग के. So बहुत कुछ जो मैंने लाइफ में मचाया, sure. That was first time in my entire khandan, and I remember when I got married for the first time, very very young, with somebody who was not my caste. So my entire khandan was very angry with my mother. They boycotted her. They did not call her for her sister's wedding. My sister's wedding. So my mother's sister was wedding. Sorry, मैंने बहुत उनसे भी पहले शादी कर ली थी. So yeah. Oh my God. हाँ, मेरे मम्मी के भाई बहन बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो लास्ट वाली जो थी जिनकी शादी होनी थी, उनसे पहले शादी हो गई थी. They did not call her, but she went. She said she's my sister and I'm not going to stay without, I will attend her wedding. So when she went there, Nana Nani spoke to her. Few mamas also spoke to her, but सबके नाना नानी को छोड़ के बाकी सब थोड़े से रिश्तेदार वगैरह थोड़े से
judgy.
Yeah, so they were not very understanding, I would say, because it was for the first time and I was nobody. I was just Shweta Tiwari working, but was not very famous and all that. So जब ये सारी आफतें शुरू हुई मेरी लाइफ में, तो मेरा सबसे पहला डर ये था कि मेरी माँ को क्या बोलेंगे. एक तो उसने इंटरकास्ट में शादी की, ऊपर से डिवोर्स भी कर रही है. एंड देन बचपन से जब आप एक मिडिल क्लास फैमिली में रहते हैं, आपको बताया जाता है बेटा कॉम्प्रोमाइज इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बंदो थप्पड़ इज़ नथिंग. हस्बैंड्स मारते हैं, कोई बात नहीं. हर कोई यहाँ पे जो आस पड़ोस में हर औरत ने सब ने एक दो थप्पड़ खाए हुए हैं. माई मदर नेवर सेड दिस, बट एवरीबडी अराउंड मी केप्ट सेइंग दैट. एंड विद द चाइल्ड, बच्चा क्या जाएगा, बच्चा कहाँ जाएगा, बच्चा क्या करेगा. आई वॉज वेरी यंग, 27 ईयर्स की थी जब मैं सेपरेट हुई फर्स्ट मैरिज में. 27 ईयर्स में जाके मुझे रियलाइज़ हुआ क्या होगा बच्चे का, क्या हो सकता है. हर रोज़ लड़ते रहने से, चिल्लाते रहने से, फादर को ड्रंक घर में आता देखकर बच्चे पे ज़्यादा गलत असर पड़ रहा है. सिंगल पेरेंट का इतना नुकसान नहीं होगा जितना एक अब्यूसिव हस्बैंड या फादर के साथ रहने से होगा. और फिर एक टाइम आता है ना, व्हेन यू गिव अप, व्हेन यू से नो दैट्स इट, लेट होने दो जितना, और क्या बुरा हो सकता है. वो टाइम आने के बाद मुझे रियलाइज हुआ यू रियली डोंट नीड एनीबडी टू लुक आफ्टर योरसेल्फ एंड लुक आफ्टर योर किड्स इफ यू आर इंडिपेंडेंट इनफ टू टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर लेडीज हु आर स्टक इन देयर अब्यूसिव रिलेशनशिप इज बिकॉज दे आर नॉट फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट. एंड I don't even.
And it's a solid truth.
Yes.
I must
till
say this.
date.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am not talking
there
about.
There is no financial security, and that is the first thing that crosses your mind.
Yes,
that how
and
am I
the
going
ladies.
to lead
I know
life?
there are ladies who leave. They're educated. They used to work. मतलब शादी से पहले